Naval warfare played a pivotal role in World War II. But when was the first time a submarine was used to attack another vessel? And when was the first time a submarine successfully sunk another ship? Two pivotal events marked the beginning of submarine attacks. An American submarine's attempt to attach a time bomb to the British warship HMS Eagle during the American Revolutionary War, and a Confederate submarine's successful sinking of a Union ship during the American Civil War. The American submarine Turtle, designed by David Bushnell in 1775, was an ambitious and revolutionary attempt at underwater warfare. Bushnell was an inventor working on underwater explosives. He decided that a submersible vessel would be the best means of attaching the mines, and he thought the British blockade of New York Harbor would be the perfect testing ground. This one-man submersible, shaped somewhat like a walnut and constructed primarily of wood, was the first known submarine used in combat. Despite its somewhat crude appearance, the Turtle was quite ingenious. It was a small vessel, measuring about 8 foot long, 6 feet tall, and 3 feet wide. It submerged by allowing water to fill a bilge tank located in the bottom of the vessel, and resurfaced by spelling the water using a hand pump. Vertical movement was achieved through a hand crank propellers, while horizontal propulsion was powered by pedal operated propellers. Additionally, it carried 200 pounds of lead that could be quickly jettisoned in an emergency. The vessel also had small glass windows to let in light and enable the operator to navigate. For its time, this was cutting edge design, leveraging simple mechanics to achieve a complex goal. The Turtle was armed with a single explosive device designed to attach to the hull of an enemy ship. This device, essentially an underwater time bomb, was to be screwed into the target's hull by the operator and set to detonate after a certain period of time. In September 1776, the Turtle embarked on its famous inaugural mission to attack the British warship HMS Eagle, a 64-gun ship of the line which was anchored in New York Harbor. Sergeant Ezra Lee was chosen to pilot the Turtle for this daring mission. Under cover of darkness, Lee maneuvered the Turtle towards the Eagle. The plan was to approach the ship undetected, attach the explosive device, and then retreat to safety before the bomb detonated. As Lee approached the Eagle, he encountered several challenges. The Turtle required significant physical effort to control, and strong currents made it even more difficult. After surfacing, Lee lit the fuse on the explosive and made several attempts to attach the device to the underside of the ship. Unfortunately, despite repeated efforts, Lee was unable to penetrate the Eagle's hull and ultimately abandoned the mission as the explosive timer neared detonation. It was suggested that the failure was due to the copper sheeting on the ship's hull. The Royal Navy had recently started using copper to protect their warships from marine biofouling, but this layer was too thin to have stopped Lee from drilling through it. Bushnell speculated that an iron plate connected to the ship's rudder hinge was the real obstacle. Exhausted and running out of air, he was forced to abandon the mission. As he retreated, he released a bomb which eventually drifted away and exploded harmlessly in the water, causing no damage to the British ship. Although the attack was a failure, the Turtle's mission marked the first use of submarine in warfare, and laid the groundwork for future innovations in submarine combat. Fast forward to the American Civil War, and the Confederate States of America had taken up the mantle of submarine development. The H.L. Hunley, named after its chief financial backer, Horace Lawson Hunley, represents a significant milestone in naval history as the first submarine to successfully sink an enemy vessel. The Hunley was an iron vessel measuring about 40 feet in length and 4 feet in diameter. It was designed to carry a crew of 8, 1 commanding officer, and 7 men to turn the hand crank propulsion system. The submarine was cylindrical with tapered ends and it featured a ballast tank for diving and servicing. It had a small conning tower with viewports for navigation and was armed with a spar torpedo, a long pole with explosive charge at the tip, designed to be rammed into the hull of an enemy ship. Unlike the Turtle, which operated largely on the surface, the Hunley was capable of full submersion. This design allowed it to approach enemy ships undetected, providing tactical advantage in naval warfare. The Hunley had a rather inauspicious start to its career. On the 29th of August 1863, it went on a test run and sank, and 5 members of her crew perished. It was raised, and 2 months later it sank again on another test run, but this time all 8 crew members were lost, including its inventor, Hunley. But this did not deter the Confederacy, as they recognized the importance of the Hunley. They were at a disadvantage in naval warfare, and such a weapon could help destroy Union blockades. So on the night of February 17, 1864, the Hunley set out on its historic mission to attack the Union sloop of war USS Housatonic, which was part of the Union blockade of Charleston, South Carolina. The Hunley, commanded by Lieutenant George E. Dixon, approached the Housatonic under the cover of darkness. As it neared the target, the Hunley was only partially submerged and was spotted by the crew of the Housatonic. As the Hunley received small arms fire, her crew meticulously maneuvered the submarine into position. Once within range, they rammed a spark torpedo into the side of the Housatonic and turned to make the return journey. The explosion was devastating, causing the Housatonic to sink rapidly. The attack on the Housatonic marked the first time a submarine successfully sank an enemy warship. However, the victory came at a great cost. Shortly after the attack, the Hunley also sank, likely due to the force of the explosion or other complications resulting from the mission. All 8 members of the crew perished. On August 8, 2000, the Hunley was recovered from the seabed off the coast of Charleston. The submarine was carefully lifted using a complex system of slings and cranes to assure its preservation. Once brought to the surface, the Hunley was transported to a conservation center for extensive conservation and study. This effort provided valuable insights into Cold War era technology and the final moments of the Hunley and her crew. Both the Turtle and the Hunley represented significant technological advancements in their respective eras. The Turtle, though unsuccessful, demonstrated the potential of underwater warfare and inspired future inventors to continue exploring submarine technology. The Hunley's successful attack on the Housatonic proved that submarines could be a formidable weapon in naval combat, capable of changing the course of warfare. If you'd like to hear about the only time a submarine sank another submarine while both were submerged, check out this video. See you next time.